I've let her win a couple of games and stuff, you know, just trying to be nice because otherwise she'll gets upset saying, "You always win," but then he starts beating me. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to be like, "Girl, beat down." What about you? Do you have a significant other that's able to sit there and play games with you, or out of the water? Yeah, let's go see what we can find. Yeah, that's understandable, especially with something like ALS and stuff. So, but my aunt had MLS, so that was really hard for her and her family. They're out in so that is, you know, yeah, it all those yeah, she was pretty fit and you know she was healthy too, and you know that's when it's something like that. So sorry to hear it. I really am. It especially with something like that because it just takes everything away. You know, you know, you know better than me. But oh, now you're telling me it's empty. Get out of here. Hey, if you're up on your computer a bit, I mean, I'm a programmer by trade throughout the day. Um, so you know, I'm always on my computer. Um, click that. I think I made a command for it. You follow up on Discord, you could jump on there and you can chat. I'll be there, and there's a few people there too. So, but if you want, chat away. We can communicate, and there'll be other things like that there. Those guys will get you, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when when I started doing this, I wanted to be able to enjoy games, and the more and more I get into it, and there's other communities I'm a part of, even like through Twitch and stuff, and I'll come up on Discord, and just being a part of the communities is like 90% of it, and I'm wanting to build something like that to, you know, be able to share my love for, you know, old games, new games, and all of it. So, and I try and bring them to a very inclusive group. So, okay, let's take these out. I think that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I remember that, going over to friends' houses, and except this way, it's a little hard to play the games with them, but at least you don't got to fight over controllers and where to sit. Or one friend's better than the other ones. You don't have to, you know. I remember getting into quite a few fights because one friend is better than the other friend, and they decide they want to just basically take over everything. That's- Or hell, kids nowadays don't even know about like Game Genie anymore. Having to have like a whole third-party thing, and then figuring out the codes on how to unlock everything. Now they're just like, oh yeah, what's the console code for that? Like, no, what the heck is the console code? Yep, all these. Because I am going to be on the Olympics team. There they go. I'll pick up all these palms. Yep, there's pluses and minuses to all the things for all the games and stuff, but I mean, now you can do I mean, there is a plus that, like, yes, you don't have to fight over somebody else's, you know, fight over the seats and things like that, but like, how you could have 30 people playing a game at once, you know? So, great. I'll look at it like that, too. Were you into any MMO games or anything like EverQuest, you know, WoW? Everybody, those are the two big ones, I think. And now they got Final Fantasy 11, right? Or, yeah, 11. Yeah. Well, now a lot of it's all free to play and stuff. So I think they are. Some of them are. So I got it. Like EverQuest is free to play, but you can only go up to like a certain expansion and stuff like that. Yeah. Start bringing out the old stuff. Leroy Jenkins. You play WoW, you know about that, right? I wasn't even into WoW. I know that. Right? Bring that up, and everybody nowadays they're like, "What the hell is that?" I could see that. I could see that. I remember when I don't know if they had them there in England for the commercials, but here in the U.S. they had a bunch of like stars, you know, celebrities. They would do it, and they would be like, um, I don't know, you know, Mr. T. He was like, oh yeah, talking about how he's big into WoW, and then his character was a gnomish warlock. Loved those. Those were, if anything got me into it, it would have been those. But yes, yeah, a night elf mohawk. That's right. That's what he called it, a night elf mohawk. Oh yes, that's just oh yeah, commercials back in the day were, especially when now the things about you know I completely understand it. You know, people wanting to be inclusive and everything is great. It's great. You know, it's great to not to make sure that you include everyone. But back in the day, the old commercials, they didn't care anything about that. Yeah, Mr. T likes it. I apologize now. I will sing because I love the songs, but I won't sing very well. So I'm one of those people where you see them go up to the karaoke machine, just like, oh gosh, no. I remember the first time I did do karaoke, I was on a cruise, and unfortunately, I cannot say that I blame it on the alcohol because I was underage. But the, yes, I was going to say the first karaoke song that I ever sang was Rick James' Super Freak. So that is, not going to say it's my go-to, but that was the one that I sang the first time, and yeah. So it's fun. You got to have fun with yourself. If you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at anybody. That's the way I feel. Yes, Ice Ice Baby. I still don't know all the words to Ice Ice Baby. I will admit that. Just like I don't know all the words to 1 week, but I will, by gosh, I will try and sing them all. Yeah, right? Even if you kind of know what they're supposed to be, it's still difficult. Speaking of 1 week, what was it? Actually, I still got my daughter ended up getting my daughter into, what was it? Anime. So she'll watch anime every once in a while. And so she was big into Sailor Moon. So watching all of the Sailor Moon episodes, all that. Right? Yes, bringing her up properly. That is the correct. Gotta make sure. You know what? Fun. Fine. Here's some stuff. Yeah. Well, I just bring them up to her. Luckily, she is she's able to make her own decisions, and luckily, she's gonna be turning into a teenager this year, so. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it feels so great to know that your kid's going to be driving soon, and now I want to go cry. No, no, no. Don't want that. There we go. Yeah. 6 in the morning. Food and water. Oh gosh, don't. I know. Don't remind me that question. I feel that in my bones. Sit there and you're just like, parents are like, you don't know. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then it happens and I'm like, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Didn't mean to be such a little shit. Man. Man. That just... that sucks. But, you know, hopefully, you know, maybe. You could always tell. Oh, I know there was something, and probably you've probably already looked at it. Stem cells. I don't even know if they're legal there here, but there was a trial for MLS, so they do crazy things with medicine. They keep doing it, so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's understandable. Sorry to hear that. I really am. But let's see. Water. Look at that. 19 days survive. Hey, that's, you know, best way to look at it, right? Don't look, you know, always look back at, you know, how fulfilled you are. And you can sit there and feel sorry for yourself, or you can sit there and you can understand where you're at. And I say that, and seems like it's easy for me to say. I just... Yeah. Well, if you do get a chance to go out to the U.S., probably to visit, if you know, if you're still up to that, I recommend getting some barbecue, and there are tons of barbecue. There's Kansas City barbecue, there's Texas barbecue, there's South Carolina barbecue. I'm a big barbecue guy. Matter of fact, coming up for Easter, I'm going to be smoking a couple of slabs of ribs and maybe a couple of chickens. So, yeah. How much stuff do I have? I was gonna say, I must have had looked like it was a bug or something. Yeah, it's because we're all fat. The amount of people in the U.S. that are obese is... Speaking of which, I am overweight, I am obese. Although, I guess obese isn't that big. They say 30 pounds is obese. So, I mean, yes, it's kind of thin line. They say obese is bad, but only 30 pounds over your max weight for your height. So, I say 30 pounds, but you know, gotta enjoy it, right? I don't think that we ruined it. We just, you know, made it difficult to go back home and eat the stuff that eat that stuff. There's just so much out there. So Vegas is a little, especially when you start dealing with the they got those the buffets and stuff. So that's a little bit different. But yes. I was in Vegas. I was super young, so I couldn't go and do anything fun. But we went through as a driving to San Diego, so it wasn't half bad, but no, it's now that I am old enough. I know it was a good thing that I did not have the ability to gamble at the time, because I probably would have lost a lot.